10 things we are most hyped to see in the upcoming installment Grand Theft Auto 6. And for this one, I'm joined by other fellow Aussie YouTuber Bogan Bav, and we're just going to reel off the 10 things we are most hyped to see in GTA 6. Now, for this one today, we will be referencing what we know currently about GTA 6 in relation to the September 22 leaks, but also the official trailer one released by Rockstar late last year. But before we hop straight into it today, guys, if you are new to the channel, welcome on in. Please consider subscribing to Project Vice, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're over halfway there, so any of your support is greatly appreciated. But other than that, let's hop straight into it. So coming in number one is GTA 6's new gameplay mechanics and systems. There was a plethora amount of them that was showcased within the September 22 leaks. And firstly, one of those is now our ability to go prone. Never before within the GTA franchise have we been able to perform this action. All the other times we've just been able to crouch like in GTA 4. And in GTA 5, all it did was just to go into stealth mode, which make your footsteps a little bit more quieter. But this is going to make a massive difference in terms of how we actually go about certain missions as Jason and Lucia when we are trying to devise our plans on how we actually best attack the mission. And I would say that this is going to have a significant influence on how we actually go about certain missions, and hopefully perhaps maybe the non-linearity side of things may have a little bit more of a significant role in GTA 6. So that's something that we are going to be absolutely so hyped to see. Another one is also shooting from the car window. Now, we haven't actually seen this before since Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, once you do actually input a driving cheat code, but we haven't seen it with any other GTA game before other than that. The difference here in comparison to GTA 5 and 4 is the fact that we can actually lean outside of the car window. Now, I'm actually referencing one of the scenes within the September 22 leaks where Jason is in a vehicle on a tennis court and he's actually leaning outside of the window with a assault rifle, and he's doing like a 360-degree rotation where he's looking all the way around to pick off certain enemies. Talk about innovation. That's going to make a significant difference in terms of gunplay and just the overall experience, because when you are in GTA 5 at the moment, all you can do is you can either use one of those AP pistols, random pistols, and you can only use submachine guns, but no assault rifles, snipers, or rocket launchers. Another one is a weight and muscle system. Now, this is one that was particularly interesting because there was a few clips where Lucia was thinner and a little bit thicker, and then Jason, similar to him as well, where he was a bit skinnier and then also a little bit more vascular in other clips. So does this point at potentially gyms being included within GTA 6 or just working out? Something along those lines I think would be a great addition to GTA 6, considering we haven't seen it since San Andreas. One notable new gameplay system is hacking, and that seems to be in relation to Lucia. So it seems like she's going to actually have the ability to utilize various tools that have been discovered throughout the leaked files back in September 22, that being a tracker jammer, immobilizer bypass, USB drive, and an auto dialer. Now, it's safe to assume that Jason would be able to utilize these tools as well, but maybe perhaps with what Tom Henderson came out in his leak back in 2021, saying that Lucia is going to be, in terms of the pair in this relationship and this Bonnie and Clyde-like duo, that she is going to be the brains of the couple, and she is going to be responsible for hacking and all of that in terms of missions in comparison to Jason, who's probably going to be more of the brawn. Now, some other new features that are seemingly going to be taking center stage based off the leaks include, I'm just going to rattle them off, CCTV system. We did see a clip with Jason where he does walk into what seems to be close to the outside of some building, and there's a CCTV footage that is recording him, so that's going to be great, and it's going to make planning and acting out missions much more difficult. And other things as well include more detailed car interiors, including it having the ability now to have working GPS/waypoints in the dashboard whilst in a first-person mode. Also, improved vehicle damage and handling, as well as vehicle controls was also noted in the leak footage. I'm sure we'll get a little bit more information on that once the game does eventually launch. Also, as well, we did see the option to actually enter into the passenger seat, which we haven't seen before in any other GTA game other than when you're hailing for a taxi. Other things as well, looting vehicles, ability to restrain NPCs, a new innovative police system where the cops actually don't rush to you straight away. They actually wait outside of the building like we saw in the Hank Waffles robbery. So that right there is just a fair amount of new gameplay systems, mechanics, and features that we are set to see within Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, do keep in mind, these are not only just the new additions that are seemingly going to be featured, but I'm sure once the game does eventually come out next year, we'll be seeing a plethora amount of other specific type of features, systems, and mechanics that are going to be implemented within the game. Coming up next is Rage 9 improvements. So for you guys out there that don't know what Rage stands for, it is referred to as the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, and it is Rockstar Games' in-house proprietary engine that they do utilize for all their titles that they do produce. With each Rage iteration, Rockstar always innovates, refines, and improves upon the existing installment. This is where we do see updates made to the engine itself, whether it be graphics, lighting, visual effects, and all of that, as well as gameplay and so much more. As you can see on screen at the moment, the trailer playing in the background, we've seen quite a fair bit. I'm sure you guys have probably watched it numerous times now, but in one of the opening shots within the trailer, we did see that beautiful panning shot looking up at Vice Beach with the water as well, and the sun reflecting onto the water. And not only that, the landscape of Vice City and how massive it does look. Rockstar have already packed so much content within the current gen hardware, and the game still isn't even out yet. So could you imagine once the game does eventually launch next year, we're going to be seeing obviously so much more and greater attention to detail, which Rockstar is known for. But with the new Rage engine, not only just does come visual fidelity, graphics, enhancements, and all of that stuff, but also NPC AI behavior is going to be vastly improved upon. We did see Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games' parent company, file various patterns that do relate to an open world game under their umbrella in terms of the subsidiaries that they do own. And in this case, this would most likely lean towards the side that it is Grand Theft Auto 6. So NPCs are going to be much more smart in terms of the decisions that they do make, but also the emotions as a result of the decision that they do make can impact what happens after that. So it can sort of be like a cool domino effect rather than that sort of a loop type of effect that we have had in previous Grand Theft Auto games. In GTA 6, it seems like that not only will the decision affect a lot of things that we do, but the behavioral component behind it is going to be much more significant now. One example I can think of off the top of my head is if an NPC makes a certain decision based off what's happening in the environment, in the world around them. So let's say it's raining, and that dictates the decision that they do make on what they're going to act upon next. So a bit of a summary of these innovations brought by the Rage 9 engine that we will be seeing within GTA 6. And thanks to Rockstar Mag for the October 2023 article that they did come out with in relation to this. And the summary reads as: game physics, water physically simulated in real time, better vehicle deformations, more realistic time management in relation to morning, day, evening, and nighttime, quality of rendering, textures, lighting, volumetric clouds, which we've already seen within trailer 1. That's going to be vastly improved upon once the game does launch. Also, artificial intelligence, which I just pointed to in the last little point that I did make in terms of interactions with NPCs and police reaction as well, in terms of what we've already seen within the leaked footage back in September of 22. So that's what we know of so far in terms of the advancements brought by the new Rage engine. Coming up next at number 3 is exploration. Now, this is something that always occurs with each new Grand Theft Auto title. As soon as we get it in our hands, the first thing that we do after we complete the first few missions or so is explore and free roam the open world of the new GTA map that we are in. And the same is going to be said for Vice City and Leonida. I'm sure when everyone saw the first trailer, their jaw dropped, but also the leaked footage as well, in terms of envisioning in their own head of what they want to try and do once they do eventually pick up and play the game. And that is something we are all going to be doing in terms of finding what Rockstar have hidden within the map of Vice City and Leonida, and Easter eggs, secrets, hidden mysteries, also as well the lore of the GTA universe in GTA 6, but also other things as well that we can do as our two main playable protagonists when we are free roaming, switching between the two. I'm sure there'll be some type of cool dynamic that's going to occur with Lucia and Jason. But going to the map for a moment, even though it's unofficial from the mapping project, and thanks to the GTA community for devising this up, it looks absolutely immaculate so far. It's already seeming like this map is going to be absolutely insanely massive with so much content packed within it. Everything that we know so far, from Lake Leonida, Port Gellhorn, to of course Vice City, and down south from there to the Gator, Florida Keys, the Everglades, which is something we are going to be seeing as well, and so much more that we don't know of at the moment. Another aspect that we are most hyped to see in relation to exploration is the sub-nautical part of the underwater environment within GTA 6, and that is already shaping up to be so very, very awesome. We only saw a bit of a brief glimpse of the ocean within Vice Beach, but I would say that is something that's going to be an underrated component. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be exploring that part of the world within Vice City and Leonida. Also, let's not forget, based off the September 22 leaked files, we actually do have a new leaked weapon, and that is a spear gun. And hopefully that is something that remains and is in the final version of GTA 6. Coming at number 4 is improved NPC behavior and interactions. Now, I did go over some examples that we are probably likely to see within GTA 6 in terms of NPC behavior, but in terms of the interaction that we are going to be seeing between ourselves, the player, and the NPC and the world around them is going to be vastly different. And there is just so much that we already know of because of the September 22 leaks. And I'll just rattle some off currently that we know of at the moment, and some of which we have already seen within the trailer, a bit of a brief glimpse with some of them. One of them actually being the fact that it looks like NPCs now actually converse and walk in groups rather than solely walking by themselves. Ability to restrain NPCs with zip ties like we saw within the Hank Waffles robbery video. Also as well, robbing, threatening, and talking with NPCs during robberies. Now, we have already seen this implemented to some degree within Red Dead Redemption 2 with the dialogue options, a dialogue tree that we do have when we are playing as Arthur Morgan or even John Marsden within story mode, where we are able to rob, threaten, diffuse, antagonize, greet. All of those options that we do have within RDR2 are probably going to be returning within GTA 6, but Rockstar are going to take it a step up once again and innovating the system. A key word there, innovation, is what Rockstar is all about. And with GTA 6, it is going to be the same situation. Now, based off what we saw, and I did mention this earlier on in terms of the Take-Two patterns that they did file with regard to an open world simulation game, likely hinting towards GTA 6. Those NPC behavioral components are going to have a significant role when we do interact with them in the open world in combination with these dialogue trees and options. And coming in at number 5 is new activities and side content. So some of the new and returning activities that are seemingly coming to Grand Theft Auto 6 include DICE, the return of golf, fishing, and races. Considering we saw a plethora amount of different vehicles and the car culture within GTA 6 seems quite prevalent throughout the first trailer, which Bogan Bav will be touching on later in the video. I'd say that races will have a much more prevalent role within GTA 6, considering what we saw within the first trailer, where customization seems to have much more of a heavier focus in comparison to GTA 5 and even GTA 4. Perhaps we may see the level of customization be similar to that of San Andreas. Now, this is me speculating here. We could actually see different types of classes of different types of races. So, for example, maybe a race including lowriders, or one consisting of supercars, luxury cars, and sport cars. And going back to lowriders for a moment, seeing that they were shown briefly within the trailer, we could maybe see a lowrider challenges return, which we saw in San Andreas. Another sport that is most likely returning is tennis, considering that we saw it within the first trailer, within the shot as you saw just earlier, overlooking the Venetian Causeway. We did see tennis courts there. Also within the leaked footage back in September of 22, like I was mentioning earlier with that scene where Jason is peering outside of the car window with his assault rifle, looking all the way around, he's inside a tennis court within that shot. Now, another leak that did come out in relation to new sports being added was the return of basketball, that being in a 3v3 mode. Also, as well, to some degree, a football mode where you are passing a ball from one player to another, and that could be in relation to GTA 6 Online, which was a leak reported on by Legacy Killer HD, a fellow YouTuber and insider within the Rockstar and GTA community. In terms of side content, it's hard to sort of narrow down currently at the moment due to the lack of official information that we do have, but based off the leaked files and what we've gotten from that in particular, it does seem like we are going to be having a few things in relation to that which may have a little bit more of a significant role in relation to the main storyline. That is money laundering, fences as well returning from RDR2, purchasable businesses, which is likely linked with money laundering, as well as a vehicle discovery / compendium, similar to Red Dead Redemption 2's compendium, where you do end up trying to find all the different types of animals scattered throughout RDR2's map. And there's so many other things that came out of the leaked footage, but also within trailer 1 as well. It does seem like there's going to be a plethora amount of random events occurring throughout Vice City, Leonida. And looking at the first trailer, we've seen so much of that already in terms of like the social media integration with the girl twerking on top of the vehicle, the guy with the iguana on his shoulder where the group of girls are walking by on Ocean Drive. Other examples include the crazy Karen lady with the dual wielding hammers, as well as the guy holding his crotch in the middle of traffic, and so much more. I'd expect there to be the Florida Man parodies being included within GTA 6. That would be a missed opportunity if Rockstar definitely doesn't include it within the game, so I'd say we are surely likely going to be seeing that. But guys, now I pass the baton over to my fellow Aussie friend Bogan Bav, who's going to be taking over the rest of the video.
G'day guys, I'm Bogan Bav, and Project Vice has invited me on here today to discuss some of the things we're most excited to see in Grand Theft Auto 6. One of the things I'm most excited for is Lucia's ankle monitor. This was spotted in the official GTA 6 artwork, and I think this is a really interesting detail. Basically, ankle monitors are a surveillance tool used by the police to track down the person's movement and prevent them from traveling further than their restrictions by alerting the authorities so that they can go and take action. What this could mean for Lucia is that she will be limited to a certain area at some point in the game, and this is something we all know too well in the GTA series. In previous games, besides GTA 5, we were restricted to certain areas by having the bridges blocked off. In Vice City, we were faced with severe weather warnings, and in GTA 4, the bridges were closed down due to terrorist threats. We also got a similar version of this in Red Dead Redemption 2, with Arthur unable to visit New Austin because the gang is wanted by the law. If you tried to cross over into New Austin, then you'd be gunned down by the snipers, which made this area of the map completely inaccessible and would only be unlocked through story progression. Now, going back to GTA 6, I believe Rockstar are going to use the ankle monitor in a similar manner by restricting the player's movement to have us focus on a smaller area before giving us the freedom to explore the entire map. This way, they can slowly introduce us to different parts of the map. I think we're going to start off in a smaller town before making our way to Vice City. There is very little information regarding the ankle monitor, but considering it features in the game's official artwork, it's hard to pretend that it won't serve any major significance. After all, Rockstar aren't the type to do things without meaning, so this is something that I'm very excited to see how they handle. Next up is the Everglades. This is something I've been excited about for a really long time, and I think it all started back on GTA San Andreas, as strange as that sounds. The Vortex was one of my favorite vehicles in that game because it was capable of operating both on land and water, and I thought to myself that a vehicle like that would be perfect for the Everglades. And after watching the reveal trailer for GTA 6, we finally got to see what the world is going to look like. And sure enough, there were a couple of shots of the Everglades. Now, we didn't get to see the Vortex hovercraft, but we did see the fan boat, which still looks like a lot of fun. Seeing these shots got me thinking a lot of us are super excited for Vice City and the beach, but this map is going to be massive. The Everglades to me looks like an escape from the city when you need to take a break from all the mayhem. These shots remind me of Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's a good thing. Hunting was one of my favorite activities in RDR2 because it immersed me right into the game world. Hopefully, places like the Everglades don't turn out like Sandy Shores or Paleto Bay, where players just dread visiting because there's pretty much nothing to do there. Moving on to the next one is the Easter eggs and references, something that I'm sure a lot of you are really excited for as well. I remember when GTA 5 first came out, and I would spend so much time hunting for Easter eggs on my own and even watching YouTube videos on where to find them. When it comes to Easter eggs and references, Rockstar Games are one of the best developers to ever do it. Movies and TV shows heavily inspired a lot of the missions in GTA 5, like Blitz Play, Deep Inside, and The Big Score, just to name a few, so there's no doubt that GTA 6 is going to follow a similar route. And they've already shown us in the reveal trailer with this boat scene being a direct reference to Miami Vice. I think it's going to be really cool to see the recreations of some famous movies and TV shows in GTA 6, and it's even rumored that there will be a mission inspired by the Vault heist from Fast 5. But only time will tell. I'm really excited to see if Rockstar are going to make their own version of Dexter Morgan, or at least feature his apartment as a little Easter egg, just like they did with Charles Manson in GTA 5. These are just some of the Easter eggs and references I hope to see in GTA 6, but of course, I'm super excited to see what else Rockstar have hidden around the map. The nightlife in GTA 6 looks absolutely amazing and vibrant, from the clubs to the neon lights. Every nighttime shot is full of life, something that GTA 5 was really lacking. Nighttime in GTA 5 was something that myself and many others really disliked, and it honestly felt like the game was always set at nighttime, which became really annoying. When the sun went down, it felt like the whole of Los Santos went to sleep, and the streets just felt boring and empty. The After Hours DLC featured nightclubs, which was a really cool addition to the game, but as long as you maintain the club's popularity, it doesn't matter what time you visit, because the club will always have the same feel to it. One of the best shots from the Grand Theft Auto 6 reveal trailer is this shot right here from Ocean Drive. The streets are lit up with the neon lights, which is something that I really loved about GTA Vice City. The streets are busy with cars driving through, the NPCs are reacting with the world, this one's even taking a photo with his phone, and this guy's got an iguana on his shoulder while he's begging for money. The sun's going down, but the streets still feel alive. There's two different clubs that are shown in the trailer, and both of them are filled with energy and men's body odor. These clubs look so much more alive than the nightclubs we have in GTA Online, and I can already tell I'm going to spend a lot of time and money here, if you know what I mean.
How big the asses are. That surprised me. There's some big asses in that trailer. I mean, a lot of them. It's almost every ass in that trailer
The car culture in Grand Theft Auto 6 is something that is shown off quite a lot in the reveal trailer. For me and a lot of other people, this is something we are all really looking forward to. In the trailer, we see a few different communities within the car scene, and it looks like there is something for everyone to enjoy. We have off-roading at the Thrillbilly Mud Club, street takeovers which look insane, and we'll even mention the motorbikes that are seen racing through the streets. But one of my favorite parts about this trailer is the Lowriders car meet shot. This is where you get a good look at some of the variety of vehicles and customization this game has to offer. This shot instantly reminded me of the Los Santos Tuners and Lowriders DLC, both of which are some of my all-time favorite updates in GTA Online, so to see this car meet in GTA 6 is something that I cannot wait to explore. And more importantly, I'm beyond excited to see the Bravado Banshee appear with the classic blue with the white stripe paint job, because that is one of my absolute favorite vehicles in the entire Grand Theft Auto franchise. I'm Bergen Bav, and thank you to Project Vice for having me on the channel.
So yes, that right there is the 10 things we are most hyped to see within a GTA 6. A big thank you to Bogan Bav for joining me on this one. It was a pleasure working with him and getting his thoughts and input about GTA 6. Make sure to subscribe to his channel, show him some love and support. I'm sure he'll appreciate it very much so. But that, guys, now I want to hear from you down in that comment section below. What are you most hyped to see within a GTA 6? Perhaps maybe it's something that wasn't even on this list today. I'd like to hear from you guys down there. But if you went on to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to Project Vice, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.